We went down to Cargo Net and boarded a LCVP, landing craft vehicles and personnel, and went over to LST and went aboard the LST and went to Iwo Jima. We were told that we were, the H hour was going to be 9 o'clock. That was when their first waves were going to hit. And my group were going to come in at 10 o'clock. The Japanese realized that they weren't going to be able to keep us from taking the island. Their philosophy was to kill so many Americans that we would agree to a negotiated peace treaty with Japan. That wasn't our idea. Our idea was to take the island. The Japanese philosophy was to wait until the beaches were crowded before they unleashed all their heavy artillery. And that's about the time I hit the beach. It was I thought the end of the world was coming. The shells and bullets were coming in and landed in the volcanic sand there, and wounded people and the dead people were all around, and I buried my face in the sand, and finally I realized that this is not the end of the world, this is just a little island. So I got a hold of myself and crawled up, and I knew that I was supposed to go over the 3 sand terraces. I got up and went and got to my position sometime during the early part of the afternoon. It was about 1,000 yards from the mountain Suribachi, where 4 or 5 days later the flag was raised. My first order was to run a telephone line from our Fire Direction Center to George Battery. George Battery had just started firing at the mountain. When I got there, they had just landed a shell, went in a cave on the top of the mountain Suribachi. The lieutenant was jumping up and down, clapping his hands because they knocked out an artillery piece. So we stayed there until the day that they raised the flag on Suribachi. We moved north to set up another headquarters north. They hit the main line of defense, which was Hill 362, and it was one of the toughest battles in the whole war. And there were a lot of casualties. Continued to be a lot of casualties day after day. There were more and more casualties. So it was a pretty simple situation. Well, some of us were wounded and a few of us were killed, and so we were very happy when the thing was over.